Welcome back to another Wealth Code video, guys. Like, subscribe, and comment if you want to see more of our great videos. In 2021, a survey revealed that nearly 60% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. Imagine the coffee shop you frequent. It's not just a place for lattes, it's a battleground for financial survival. Among the patrons is Jessica, a 34-year-old graphic designer. Every day, she indulges in her $5 caramel macchiato. Little does she know, that seemingly harmless habit is costing her over $1,200 a year, money that could be saved or invested. Jessica's caffeine fix symbolizes a broader epidemic, spending on small luxuries while ignoring the bigger picture of financial health. This is just the beginning of her story, one that illustrates how a single $100 habit can either propel you towards wealth or trap you in cycles of debt. For Jessica, the routine is predictable. Coffee in hand, she dives into her creative projects. Yet behind the scenes, her financial situation is spiraling. Student loans loom large, $30,000 hanging over her head like a dark cloud. She's also financed a new car, adding another $350 monthly payment to her budget. Despite a decent salary of $60,000 a year, her net worth barely holds steady. Jessica often wonders why her dreams of homeownership seem unreachable. Her reality is a constant struggle of monthly budgeting and debt payments. For her, and countless others, the stakes are high. Each day blurred between coffee runs and overdue bills, a fragile existence that seems impossible to escape. But one small decision could change everything. One afternoon, Jessica stumbles upon an article titled, "The $100 Habit That Can Change Your Life." Intrigued, she learns that saving just $100 each month can yield substantial growth over time, especially if invested wisely. Inspired, she starts reflecting on her spending. What if she stopped buying coffee? That $5 a day could be redirected into savings and investments. But doubts creep in. What about the stress relief that coffee brings during her hectic workdays? Jessica decides to test herself and sets a goal, a $100 challenge to eliminate unnecessary expenses, starting with her daily coffee runs. Excitement mixed with fear courses through her, as this could either set her on a new path or reveal deeper struggles. The first week of the challenge is harder than Jessica expected. Mornings now feel dull without her caffeine boost. She recalls the soothing barista smile that greeted her daily, a simple moment that brought comfort. Clinging to old habits, she nearly gives in, driving to the coffee shop on multiple occasions, but stopping just short. Each day becomes a mental battleground. Meanwhile, her debt continues to loom above her. Friend outings call for the cheap drinks and appetizers route instead of lavish dinners. Constricted in her new routine, she finds her cravings emerging, prompting her to reassess not just her spending, but also her priorities. The challenge requires more than money. It demands discipline and self-reflection, as the stakes are higher than she imagined. By week 3, Jessica seeks support to remain accountable. She enlists her friend Sarah, an ambitious entrepreneur who shares a similar finance-conscious mindset. During their lunch, they share financial goals, swapping tips and strategies. "Let's hold each other accountable," Sarah suggests, encouraging Jessica to dive into budgeting alongside meal prepping. Inspired, Jessica begins tracking not just her spending, but the progress of her $100 challenge. She finds the support invigorating, as both women set personal goals and celebrate their savings milestones. It becomes clear that having someone on the journey enhances commitment. Beyond finances, Jessica discovers the value of community and shared aspirations. She begins to see what combined efforts can achieve, realizing that changes in one area of her life could spill into others. Jessica now starts to notice the fruits of her labor. By the end of the first month, she has saved $150. Each day, the calendar becomes a source of pride, a visual reminder of her discipline. She substitutes her coffee habit with morning yoga and a homemade smoothie, discovering joy beyond caffeine. But the challenge isn't without temptation. Each time she passes her favorite cafe, a pang of longing hits her. Yet each pang evolves into determination. Every dollar saved represents an inch closer to financial freedom. As her first savings milestone approaches, she allows herself a small treat, a special dinner date with Sarah to celebrate their progress. It's a reminder that financial discipline doesn't equate to deprivation, but instead leads to empowerment and camaraderie. Just as things seem to be on the right track, a significant setback strikes. Jessica's car requires an unexpected $500 service, a bill she hadn't budgeted for. Panic begins to simmer inside her as she ponders using her savings to cover the cost. Will her discipline be compromised? She fights the urge to revert back to credit cards, recalling how using them placed her in this position. With her budgeting app open on one screen and her bank app on the other, she hesitates. This moment tests her resolve, and she reaches out to Sarah. With her support, they brainstorm and come up with extra income ideas, which shifts Jessica's perspective. This isn't just an obstacle, it's an opportunity to strengthen her financial muscles. Fueled by newfound enthusiasm, Jessica embraces side hustles. Using her graphic design skills, she pitches freelance projects online, dedicating evenings to maximize her earnings. As the work begins to flow in, she feels empowered, taking control of her financial narrative. Within weeks, she earns enough to not only cover her car repair, but also bolster her savings. These side projects spark creativity, allowing her to pursue passions while simultaneously paying the bills. The satisfaction of solving problems with dynamic solutions outweighs the late nights and hustle, affirming her belief that she can achieve more than simply breaking even. Through resilience and determination, she breaks the cycle of reliance on credit, a transformation radiating from within, fortifying the essence of her journey. 4 months into her challenge, Jessica stands beside Sarah in a park, reviewing their financial goals. Their smiles reflect happiness not only from tangible savings, but also from newfound confidence. They share stories of obstacles and victories, and Jessica reveals she saved nearly $1,500, enough for an initial investment. This moment crystallizes her change, from simply surviving to actively engaging with her finances. She realizes those small sacrifices, skipping coffee and taking on freelance work, have culminated into genuine wealth building. It isn't just about saving, it's about investing in her future. Jessica makes her first investment in an index fund, appreciating that wealth isn't solely about money, but about making conscious choices aligned with her vision for life. With financial literacy comes a stronger sense of empowerment. Jessica immerses herself in learning the world of investments and budgeting. She studies, attends workshops, and even becomes a mentor herself, guiding others in her community. Her savings continue to grow, fueling excitement and optimism. She now sees numbers not as daunting entities, but as opportunities. Each investment validates her efforts and reinforces her commitment to the $100 habit. Jessica understands wealth is built by diversifying income streams and proper management. It's not merely about personal finances, but creating a legacy. Each decision turns into a building block, laying the groundwork for future generations. The fear of living paycheck to paycheck begins to dissipate as she realizes that with the right strategies and mindset, prosperity is within reach. Nearly a year later, Jessica finds herself standing in front of her first home, a small but charming space she fought hard to obtain. With a down payment made from her disciplined savings and investments, the journey has been radical. Her $100 habit hasn't only changed her financial trajectory, but reshaped her entire life. It symbolizes the transition from scarcity to abundance, from fear to freedom. As she unlocks the door to her new house, she reflects on the challenges, triumphs, losses, and wins that brought her here. It epitomizes resilience, a culmination of sound decisions that uplifted her from uncertainty to stability. Surrounded by her supportive community and Sarah, she recognizes this is not just a personal victory. It signifies a ripple effect of financial responsibility and ambition woven through her life and others. Jessica's story centers on one powerful lesson. The impact of a single habit centered around mindful spending can redefine your financial fate. By recognizing how small daily choices accumulate over time, anyone can rewrite their financial narrative. Whether it's cutting down on insignificant expenses or investing in new opportunities, the key lies in awareness and action. Jessica's commitment to the $100 habit propelled her into a new financial reality. Today, you can take the first step by examining your own spending patterns. What $100 habit can you change to move towards your financial goals? Join us at Wealth Code, where we're dedicated to supporting you on this journey of wealth creation and financial empowerment. Your story can transform. It all starts with a single choice. For more videos from Wealth Code, don't forget to like and subscribe.